Welcome to Beyond the Implant, a 10-part series sponsored by Straumann, brought to you by Global Dental Media. Discover the latest advancements and gain the knowledge to make informed decisions about your smile transformation. Subscribe now. Over to the episode.
All right, everyone. Welcome back. We are diving deep today into the world of dental implants.
It's going to be a fascinating deep dive.
Oh, yeah. This is something that I know can cause a lot of anxiety for people. You know, when they hear dental implants, they immediately think expense.
Right.
Big dollar sign.
You sure?
But, is that always the case?
No, it's not.
Is that a misconception?
It is a misconception. And one of the things we're going to do in this deep dive is really unpack that, because when people are considering dental implants, they often focus solely on that initial sticker price.
Right.
And understandably so, it can be a significant investment up front. But that really only tells part of the story. It's like you're looking at just one piece of the puzzle and not the whole picture. So today we're going to kind of pull back and look at the bigger picture.
That makes sense. So we're talking about budget-friendly ways to make this happen.
Absolutely.
I mean, what is the myth? The myth is that dental implants are always the most expensive option.
That is the myth.
Is that true?
It's not always true.
Okay. Tell me more about that. So the alternative to implants, obviously dentures, bridges, right?
Right.
They can be more expensive long-term. Why is that?
Yeah, so dentures and bridges, they might seem like the cheaper option initially, right?
Yeah, that's what people think.
But just like everything else, they have a lifespan. And that lifespan isn't forever.
So we're talking about replacement costs.
Yeah.
How often are we looking at replacing dentures and bridges?
Typically, dentures need to be replaced every 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years. Whoa.
Yeah. Sometimes even sooner, depending on wear and tear, oral hygiene, all sorts of factors. And each time you replace them, that's another chunk of change coming out of your pocket.
That's like buying new tires for your car every 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't buy a car and then expect to never have to replace the tires.
Right, yeah.
It's the same with dentures and bridges. They're not a one-and-done solution. So when you factor in those repeated replacement costs over your lifetime, dentures and bridges can end up costing significantly more than a single set of implants.
So the implants, with proper care, can last you a lifetime.
That's right.
And dentures are only going to last you 5 to 10 years.
On average, yeah. And if you think about it, if you're getting implants in your, let's say, mid-40s, right, and they last for the rest of your life, that's a pretty good investment compared to constantly shelling out for new dentures every few years.
Wow. That's an incredible way to think about it. So, okay, dentures, not always the best option. What about mini implants? What are those all about?
Mini implants. These are like the cool new kids on the block. They're smaller, less invasive, and often more affordable than traditional implants. So if you're on a budget, they can be a game changer.
So are these kind of like the compact car version of implants?
You got it. That's a great analogy. They're perfect for smaller restorations, like replacing single teeth or for securing dentures.
Okay. So I guess not everybody is a candidate for mini implants. I mean, who would be a good candidate?
Great question. You're right. Not everyone is a good candidate. If you've had significant bone loss, for instance, a traditional implant might be a better choice. And they might not be ideal for supporting larger restorations like bridges.
Okay. Makes sense. So we're talking about affordability here. How can people really make these implants financially accessible? Because, even with the long-term savings in mind, it can still be quite expensive.
Oh, absolutely. It can be. But there are ways to make it work, and that's what we're here to talk about. Financing is a huge one. A lot of dental practices offer payment plans, kind of like financing a car or a big purchase. You can spread that cost out over time.
Okay, that makes sense. What about insurance? Does insurance ever cover implants?
Sometimes it does. It really depends on your specific plan, so it's always worth checking. Some plans offer partial coverage.
I see.
Yeah, it never hurts to ask. And, there's something called a dental savings plan that can be pretty helpful. You pay a yearly fee, and then you get discounts on various procedures, including implants. It can save you a lot of money.
Interesting. I've never actually heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a membership that gives you access to lower prices.
So we've been talking a lot about the financial side of things.
Right.
And, obviously there's more to it than that, right?
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I mean, think about it. Implants can be a huge quality of life improvement. They can restore your ability to eat the foods you love.
Right.
Without pain, they can help you speak more clearly. And of course, they can give you back that confident smile.
Right.
And, those things are priceless.
They are priceless. And it's not just about aesthetics.
Right.
It's about, how you feel about yourself. It's about self-esteem.
Exactly. Feeling good about yourself, being able to enjoy life to the fullest. It's amazing how a healthy, confident smile can have a ripple effect on your whole life.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true. When you feel good about your smile, you just feel good about yourself.
Right. It impacts how you interact with people, how you approach social situations. It's about more than just teeth.
It's about confidence. I mean, you project confidence, you feel good about yourself, and that affects everything.
Absolutely. And let's not forget that implants can help preserve your jawbone health. When you lose a tooth, the bone in that area can start to deteriorate.
Right, because there's nothing there to support it.
Exactly. But implants act like artificial tooth roots, stimulating the bone and helping to keep it strong and healthy. That can prevent further dental problems down the road, so it's a preventative measure as well.
Wow, so we're talking about, better quality of life, boosted self-esteem, and then you add in the potential long-term cost savings because you're avoiding future dental work. And it really paints a different picture.
It does. It's an investment in your overall well-being, not just your oral health.
Okay, so let's recap here. We've debunked the myth that implants are always the most expensive option.
Right.
We've talked about alternatives like mini implants, and we've explored some ways to make implants more financially accessible. But if we had to boil all this down to one key takeaway, what would you say it is?
I would say don't let the initial price tag scare you off. Do your research, explore your options, and talk to your dentist. You might be surprised at what's possible. There are ways to make implants work for your budget. And when you consider the long-term benefits, the improved quality of life, the boost in self-confidence, and the potential for lifelong dental health implants might just be the best investment you ever make.
I love that. It's about looking beyond the immediate cost and considering the long-term value, both financially and in terms of overall well-being. So here's a question for everyone listening. If implants could significantly improve your life and potentially save you money in the long run, how does that change your perspective on their value?
That's a great question to ponder.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into dental implants. I hope this has been helpful and encouraging. Until next time.
Take care.
Bye.